2, 3.
3.
Trace. Hello, everyone. Welcome to BK Pod. Oh, this sounds so like I'm so close to the mic.
I know, right? Hey, guys.
Hi.
Episode, what is it now, 14?
Yes, it is.
Damn.
I know.
Before you know it, we'll be at episode 100. That'd be sick, right?
Yeah, but hold on, we still gotta get to 30 because he said 30. Oh wait, no, that's a lie. We said if we get to 300 on social media. Never mind. Hey, we lost 13 followers on TikTok. I think it's like bots.
Sad
So
days.
sad. Now we're back to 90.
That's okay.
So sad.
So, road to 100, guys.
Yay. For both.
Sorry that we missed last week again. We just had a discussion this week just because, like, it's hard to get the time to make an episode because obviously we don't live together.
Yep.
And sometimes we just want to rest on the Saturdays or Sundays that we usually record, which is our days off from work and when we want to rest
And just actually hang out with each other.
Right. And this is a great time to spend quality time with each other. I definitely learn something about you every single time that we record an episode.
And be with you.
It also just makes sure that, like, we are on top of our game and that we can, like, work together as a team.
Yep.
Because this is this is not a rough thing. It's a tough thing to run a podcast, to
It is.
start it up and to,
Keep up with it, come up with different topics, but I think every time we still have fun with it. Yeah, it's just sometimes it's rough coming up with topics when it's just like I'm blanking on what to do.
Right. And it's hard to stay motivated because
Life can get in the way.
yeah. I had like a little crisis yesterday where I was just kind of like thinking about like my motivations in regards to all these other things in my life, whether it be my hobbies, to be more specific. So things like the Dungeons and Dragons campaign that I was a part of, or like my acting and all this other stuff. And I just want to gain back like that sense of motivation and all that. And I was going through it.
It was a ride.
It was a ride.
We were strapped in.
But we're good now, and we just want to have this all boil down to the fact that, like, yeah, guys, taking the last week off of the month, we tried it, and we mostly succeeded, but until we...
Definitely like this past month and a half, we were like, there are times where it's just like, do we upload? And it's just like, I don't know, I'm kind of exhausted from the week. So I think from just discussing about everything, we're deciding to change our upload schedule to every other Monday instead. I think that helps us out a lot. Gives us more time to come up with topics or maybe other games we would like to do in the future. Just so we can focus on our mental health and stuff. Because, like, sure, we understand that this is a hobby, but we also want to be able to give our all when we do these things.
Right. And I think the number one thing, especially for something where we started it from nothing, is we just don't want to get burnt out. I think that is a very easy thing to do, especially since, like, we kind of hit the ground running and we don't want to stop. We want to keep going. It's a marathon, this whole podcasting thing, and we don't really know where we want to take it. It could veer off into a whole another direction, and we do other stuff that involves us as a couple. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, guys, every other Monday, starting now essentially. So what Monday is this? Is the first or second Monday? This is the second Monday.
Second Monday of August. Yes.
Yeah. Or
Yeah, second upload of August.
essentially 2 times a month.
Yes.
We might upload 2 Mondays back to back if like the holidays are at the end of the month are tricky and we don't really want to record then. Who knows?
Or we have like a special thing involved, like
Right.
special episode planned. But
So 2 episodes a month, and that's it for now. If we feel like, oh shit, we have nothing to do, maybe we'll crank out another episode during the month. But
But we'll see how we feel when we get there.
right.
Yeah.
But again, thank you guys so much for the support that y'all have given us. We got like a really good, like, not a really good message about our podcast, or not necessarily. Do you know where we're going with this?
Ooh.
Our podcast has changed some people.
Oh. Nah.
I won't go any further.
We won't go any further.
But one of our early episodes, it definitely motivated someone to pursue a change in their life. And if you're listening,
we're so happy for you.
We're so happy for you.
Looks like you're having fun. And from what we hear, it sounds like you're having fun.
Right. And this episode is just going to be sort of more shenanigans. We just want to have more of a conversation. We're not really talking about anything in particular. We mostly just want to have fun with each other for this one, just because I feel like, we have fun all the time. And
I was kind of inspired because we have this like playlist that you and I make every 3 months, just to like, just change see our music taste and everything, and just this song reminds me of us or whatever. And this one song that you added is called Hypotheticals. And it's like
by
I forgot what's by
Lake Street Drive, I believe. Never found them before, but they were on my Discover Weekly.
Yeah, it's a bop. It's really good.
Let me find it.
It's a really good song. And I think you and I, especially you tend to like come up with a lot of different scenarios to
Lake Street Dive, not
Lake
Drive.
Street Dive, nice. So that song Hypotheticals by Lake Street Dive inspired me to ask Frieden, why don't we play a game of hypotheticals? Because you like to come up with different scenarios, just like what if blank, and it's just like we try to figure out.
Yeah.
It's like how we would react in that situation.
I like to think I have a very active imagination, and I just
You do it a lot at work.
Yep. I was about to go into that. I do this all the time at work. If any of my coworkers are listening, you know that I'm just always trying to pass the time by just asking what ifs, this or that, deal breakers, things like that.
Oh yeah, you do a lot of deal breakers too.
We'll do an episode about that sometime.
Okay.
So, but we just want to just sort of get deep or get silly or get weird with some hypotheticals. We don't really know what I think one of my questions that I'm going to ask, but we're just going to just ask some questions, and then we'll both answer it too, just so that way we can provide our own insight, and hopefully y'all can think about these questions as well. And
well, what would you do?
Yeah, because
it's cool.
You have one life, and this is the life that you're given, and
but you can't help but think it's what if I had done this differently? And it's sure, you can think about those things just for fun, but then if you spend your whole life thinking about what ifs, then it's just you're not thinking about what is.
It's called the present.
It's called the present. You can't get stuck in the past.
Life's a gift. That's what they call it, the present.
Thank you, Master Ugwe.
All right, let's start. Who's first?
I want to go first because, this is a question that I asked and gave you as an example. And it's why don't we go more into depth about it, since we kind of talked about it for a little bit whenever we would talk about doing hypotheticals for an episode. So, starting off, what if we never met on Bumble? Where or how would we have met instead? What do you think?
Yeah. If we never met on Bumble, you lived so close to me, but when we followed each other on Instagram, we only had one mutual friend.
Yes.
And so I was just surprised that our circles hadn't really mixed. But honestly, now that I think about it, not very surprised, because again, I hung out with theater people. I didn't really hang out in an Asian friend group. My two best friends, they're white and they're Spanish. So
one is white.
Right. The other is also white. No, I'm just kidding. No. Nah. One white, one Spanish, and
nice.
Didn't really have. I had Asian friends. Shout out to Christian Pisco, who was one of my fellow Filipino friends from my time in high school. But I just didn't belong to an Asian friend group.
It's not like we went to the same schools either.
Yeah. But you were close by.
I was.
And I honestly don't think we would have met out in public.
I mean, there's a bakery nearby us, like bakery, like restaurant nearby. Maybe in passing, sure, but I don't know if I would, because knowing myself, and I've told you this too, knowing myself, I wouldn't go out of my way to like if I see an attractive guy, like if I saw you, I would have just like, oh, he's cute, but I would just admire you from afar.
Right.
But like, no, but then if you also reciprocated it, then I think that would entice me to actually do something. But if it's just on my end, and you're not like looking at me and all, probably not.
To be fair, when I was on Bumble and when I was single, I think I would have had some public riz. I definitely would have like flirted with you in person. I probably would have like not necessarily like asked you out for drinks, but maybe I would have just struck up a conversation with you.
Yeah.
And if I really felt like the sparks were there, then I might pursue it further, but who knows?
Yeah, I wouldn't have done anything first though.
Mm-hmm.
Knowing myself, and I was still healing before, but it would have taken me a while to actually be the first one.
I think what it would take is that I would need to see you one time and have that introduction, and then see you again a second time.
Yeah, it would have been nice if we had more mutual friends, probably.
Right. Or it's because then like if I see you a second time, I'd be like, oh shit,
It's you again.
it's fucking fate. So there we go.
There we go.
But, yeah.
Yeah. Other than that, I probably would be with someone else.
I think I would still be single.
I think I said.
I think I said I would have been in one relationship, but it would have been like really short because, yeah.
I think I definitely probably would be dating, but I think it would take me a little bit longer to get into a long-term relationship. We were just lucky, you know, right?
No.
Yeah.
It's not like it's skill.
Okay. All right. Your turn.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, we did cheers, by the way.
Cheers. We're just drinking water.
Yeah, drink water.
It's
hot.
Yeah.
And apparently there's a storm a-coming.
Yeah. All proceeds from this podcast episode are actually going to be.
What proceeds? Who's paying?
Nothing.
Who's donating?
Nothing.
We are donating our time to do this for ourselves.
Pick one through 5. I have 5 questions.
Oh, 3. Trace.
Without using it for wealth or advantageous gain.
Okay. Forgot your question already?
Without gaining wealth or getting
Just getting rich.
like getting up in life.
Mm-hmm.
If you could hypothetically repeat 1 year in your life, what year would it be?
Oh man, 1 year. It's definitely these past few years. Nothing a lot earlier though. I think it's like, I don't know. Maybe 2019.
Okay.
There's a lot of things I probably would have done differently.
Pre-COVID.
Pre-COVID, yeah.
Would I have
knowledge?
You were still in school. You were still in school.
I was still in school.
Do you have knowledge?
Would I have knowledge about what I have now if I were to redo 1 year?
I'm gonna say, like, again, this is why I gave the caveat, like, you're not using it for advantageous gain. I'm gonna say no.
So I don't have the knowledge.
You just relive that year. Maybe like you're not gonna use it to like, oh, I don't want to be with this person, or I'm gonna not get in this accident, or I'm not gonna buy these things, or I'm gonna do this year differently. It's mostly just like you're reliving that year because you enjoyed that year so much.
Oh.
Or it just stood out to you as like a very iconic year for you and just your personal growth.
And I'm okay with reliving it. Okay, you know what? If that's the case, I probably just relive last year again.
Oh.
Yeah, because I'm already with you and stuff.
Oh, well, now I feel bad because that's not my answer. It's
Why?
Like any of these last 2 years.
Okay.
Okay.
No, like that's my answer. Like if I really think about it, I thought it was like too do things differently. But if it's really to just live it all over again, it would be last year. Because I just feel a lot better about myself. I'm a lot happier.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would definitely relive last year. Not this year because it's not even done yet. So 2022 for sure.
Yep.
So what's yours?
My year's 2016.
Oh.
2016 was a great year for music, especially in the hip hop landscape.
Okay.
And
I graduated high school then.
I was in the middle of my time in college during that time. And 2016 just had the greatest, like gold standard hip hop albums. Just look it up, y'all. It's all there. It's either that or 2013, which actually no, 2013 that was my senior year.
So you relive it for music?
No. I mean, 2016 was the main reason why, and then also it's because like I was done with my time at community college. I was getting ready for transfer to UC Irvine.
Right.
And I just 2016 I think was also the year that I did Romeo and Juliet.
Oh, okay.
I think I don't remember, but mostly 2016 was a good year for music, and just like
a lot of good things are
the
happening
internet
to you.
still felt kind of like wild because like new stuff was coming in aside from YouTube, and it just felt really like
I think Tumblr was still popular.
Yeah, Tumblr was still hella popular. Twitch was starting to slowly take off, and I just felt like I was part of that, and it was kind of cool.
A lot of good stuff on YouTube. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, 2016 was just like the second coming of like the wild wild west on just like the internet. So I'm gonna go with that year.
All right, nice. Great. That's probably my second choice because it's like I went to Florida and stuff, and that was before I started college again, or that would be when I would start college, like at the end of that year. But you know, before all the responsibilities started coming in, you know, I didn't have a job yet.
Right.
Yeah, I had just graduated high school, so that's probably my second choice.
For sure.
Yeah.
All right. Continue.
Well done. Next, what if we could apparate like in Harry Potter? Can you imagine? Like apparate, disapparate?
Forget. Does apparate work where you can just teleport anywhere?
I think so, but
Or
but
is
like
there a range?
I think it's anywhere in Harry Potter, but
So
there's
then why
also
do you
places.
need why do you need like the flue fireplace?
Cause remember in apparition you kind of had to you had to wait until you were legal, which was 17.
Okay.
I think flue powder it could be for anyone, but apparition it's like driving. You have to have a license or be of age. Also you have to make sure you do it properly because can't you lose a limb?
Right. Yeah, I mean, there's other modes of transportation. Like, there's, like, the port key. Yeah, I don't know.
Like, apparition sounds nice, but, like, if we could do that, you know how you can't apparate within Hogwarts? It's like, would there be places like fucking White House?
Yeah, or, like, just, like, campus school grounds.
Yeah. So, like, a lot of places like that. If we could, I would definitely do that. But, like, how would that be, like, priced? Would we have to pay for each time we do that? Because we don't do that in Harry Potter, right? It's free. How would they know?
I don't know, dude.
How do they do that?
It's magic.
It is magic.
It would definitely, like, dude, if everybody couldn't do it, like, there'd be riots in the streets.
Yeah. I like how it's like you have to wait until you're of age at least.
Airlines, automobile, tech, just like it's all going down. Like all those businesses are just gonna crumble.
Yeah.
Because why take a PJ when you can just apparate?
Yeah. Just like I want to go on a trip. Okay. Sorry.
Exactly. Exactly.
We have your stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, but if I forget something, that's great because I could just go home.
It'd be wild.
Yeah. So like, I feel like a lot of fights would happen though, because people are gonna be like, you can't do that anymore. Like if you do it, we'll know.
I mean, yeah, there would have to be some sort of like recording because like so many crimes would be committed too.
That's true.
That power.
Yeah. How do they do that? So if apparition exists, does that mean everything else exists? Magic. Hippogriffs. Voldemort.
Sexy Voldy.
Sexy Voldy. No nose Voldy. Yum.
But you do one more since you have more questions than me.
What? I thought you have the same amount.
Oh, you had 5? I thought you had like 7.
I got 5. I stopped after 5 because I was like,
All right.
this is a lot.
1, 2, 4, or 5?
2. Dos. Dalawa.
Let's say you take a pill.
Okay. Not birth control?
Let's say you take a pill
Okay.
because you want to.
Uh-huh.
And it would instantly change your least favorite part of your personality. What would it change?
My perception of time. I'm always late to a lot of things. And there's a lot of times where I'm lazy. Like earlier.
Yeah, guys, this whole setup, it's, I mean, if you're watching this, I set it up all by myself.
No!
I'm just kidding.
What's wrong with you?
I'm just
No, there's definitely plenty of times, plenty of days where it would really just be me doing nothing and me being in bed wishing that I had done something. Or, I don't know, I could have undiagnosed ADHD, but like, I remember in high school, there's a lot of things I procrastinated on that could have been done in at least an hour. Or
Right.
at most an hour, but it would take me 8 hours. Or like from when I get home from school, like I could have done it already and just have the rest of the day be me fucking around. But no, that's probably the things that I hate most about myself, and that the fact that I'm aware of it and I still keep doing it. I'm like, bro, what is happening? Like that happens a lot, and I feel bad because like you're affected by it. And like, sure, you're okay with it, but there's definitely a lot of times where it's like, we could have done a lot more if I had come 2 hours earlier, as I said at the time I promised initially that I would be here. Or like when I'm just hanging out with friends. Like I really do have Filipino time, but I can't help it sometimes. Coming 15, 30 minutes later. And I'm like, I'm so sorry.
It's good to be on time, love.
I know. But sometimes I really do lose track of time and I can't help it. And then, you know, I used to
be a big, like, I'm late all the time type of person, but
yeah.
I just have become more, like, obsessed with just being on time to stuff.
Yeah. Now, if I could take a pill, that's probably just ADHD medication, you know? Like,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying? What about you?
Yeah, I mean, laziness would be a cool thing to cure and just to kind of, like, change that up. But I think another thing that I feel like I do dislike this part of myself, but it definitely makes me who I am. It's I'm very judgy, and I'm very opinionated. I like to judge things from like afar, you know, like I'm one to try to always find faults in things, or find the good things in things if I like it.
Okay.
But if I don't like it, I'm like finding the faults in it. Whether that be like food or like media that I consume or just like
I think it sucks when
like
you
outfits.
You don't like it from the beginning. It's kind of it takes you longer
to get into it.
Get into it, and then you find out, oh wait, I actually like this.
Right.
I get that.
I'm very opinionated and judgy, and I wish I could just like enjoy things without having to really like put on the like intellect hat on stuff. And this also doesn't apply. This also applies to like people.
Yeah.
I can easily like
be influenced by others.
Yeah, or just like try to find faults in people. Or my biggest critic is like myself. So like I will always try to find faults in like what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And like judge my actions and just kind of like, you know, be my biggest critic. So.
So you take a pill to cure that.
Yeah, just be more chill. I feel like I've gotten more chill as I've gotten older, but like, still, I think it's always good.
With me.
Right now, it's very. I'm always trying to like strive on how I can do better because, I think that's just important to always try to get better in life.
Yeah, and just give other, like, people a chance before making your opinion of them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Got it.
Nice. You next.
Okay, so what moment or decision in high school helped define or shape who you are today? think about that first. And then what if that moment never happened or you never made that decision?
Okay, I have my answer right away. Like, I instantly thought about it. It could have been, like, anything.
Yep.
Right? So in middle school, that's when you first start getting electives, right? So that's when you first start to do the thing that... There's an ant here on the table. I'm smushing
What
it.
you like to... I know, there's ants. There's ants earlier. It was on my thigh.
I have no food here, but they're still trying to find their way in, I think.
They're scouts.
They're trying to find the kitchen. Yeah, I was very academically focused, and I just kind of blanked when I entered into middle school, and I'm like, I've taken an elective that's not like... That's something of the arts, whether that be like... I remember I have this distinct memory of like every... Like a lot of kids, like they would, like during a certain period, I think it was like their English period, they would go over to like the gymnasium or like the wherever they would hold like meetings. What is it like? It's like part of the cafeteria. It was like the auditorium or whatever.
Okay.
And I would like blow it, like there was like all these instruments and we got to like play them, you know. And I blew into this like trumpet and I'm like, it like hurt my lips so bad that I'm like, okay, this is not it.
It's not for you.
My elective's not gonna be banned.
Okay.
And I ended up just picking the thing that I thought was going to be like the path of least resistance, which was drama.
Oh, okay.
And I had a really bad stutter during that time.
Oh, I didn't know this.
And I still do. It still comes out, especially when I get anxious.
Mm.
You know, my mind doesn't match the rate of my mouth. But
Your mind's moving too fast.
I did drama for 2 years in middle school, and I was like, that's cool. I got A's. It helped boost my GPA. I enjoyed it. I thought it was cool. I thought it was quirky. I was good at it. But then freshman year came around, and I wanted to take that drama again for that easy A to boost my GPA. And my drama teacher, Sharon Strong, after one of the classes, because I'm doing good. It was fun, but I never wanted to do like any like after school activities. I wanted to just go home straight away, work on my homework, be a good Filipino boy,
Nice.
But then after class, like during like after the first week or two of my freshman year, the drama teacher pulls me aside and is like, "Hey, would you like to join our play, our Shakespeare play? We're doing Taming of the Shrew.
Ooh.
We have a role for you. You would be the priest, and you would also be ensemble." And me, I like stood there and I was like, "What?
Me?
Like I didn't even audition. I know the auditions were like the first week of school,
You'd
and
already
like,
passed.
and like I'm just here to get my grade and go."
Yeah.
And she's like, "It's gonna be a lot of fun. You're gonna have a lot of fun. There's a lot of cool people there."
Oh wow.
And after school, I didn't take the bus home.
Oh.
I went to the drama room,
Mm-hmm.
walked in, and I saw all these like older students, sophomores, juniors, seniors. The juniors and seniors already like already full grown people now at this point because they're hella through puberty.
Like all those theater TikToks.
Yeah, they're like
Accurate.
hella tall now. Some of them are pretty street. I mean, they're pretty cool. And they just gave me that warm welcome into the theater. They asked me what my name was. I sheepishly said it. Some of them were like claiming me as like the cute little freshman.
Aw.
My little or whatever.
Okay.
Our son,
That's my boy.
And that was it. I think that was like the defining moment of like me cementing myself as a lover and a lover of the arts and wanting to be a part of that community because I was welcomed in without any hesitation into that space. And for that I am forever grateful, for sure.
Yeah,
like,
what if you took the bus home?
I know. Or if I just said no,
Like, no, I don't know. I'm too scared. Like, I'm still a baby.
Yeah. Life would be so much different. But because my drama teacher saw something in me and helped push shy freshman Reedon into something that he always just kind of like thought was like a faraway thing, I was there. So
Oh, that's nice, man.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
My answer is also because of a teacher in high school as well.
Yeah.
For me, it's photography.
Yeah.
like, sure, I don't have a career in it, but it was definitely when I started creating something that I was like where I was able to express myself. That wasn't writing. It was a whole other thing that I was able to post pictures on Instagram when Instagram was
Still the brown logo.
yeah, it's still the brown logo and everything. But yeah, my photography teacher, Miss Clark, I took her as an elective.
Shout out to Miss Clark.
Miss Clark. Or yeah, she, I think I had her in senior year, and so it was really just to fulfill all my electives because I didn't want the other stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh, photography sounds cool. Like, yeah, I like taking pictures with my phone. Why not? And it was like I already like making videos, taking videos and everything. So yeah, photography would be great. And I was definitely one of her, and still am, one of her favorite students, which is nice, which I hear from, like, my sisters had her as an elective, and she always passes on kind words to them to give to me, and my cousin as well, Ella. Like, and so it's nice because every time they're like, oh, it's nice to have the legacy continue. That's what she always says.
Dude, I had so many like moments of that in high school where like I was in the same class as like the younger like brother or the younger sister, and then like the teacher would be like, you're a blah blah blah, right? Oh, I could tell. I loved your sister. I loved your brother. That happened all the time.
But then that also creates high expectations for that sibling.
Yeah.
But like, what if they're not like their older brother or sister or whatever? But yeah, I mean, Miss Clark loves my sisters as well, and my cousin. And you know, we still talk to each other on Instagram, and she's definitely one of like the first people that gave me the encouragement I needed to be more confident about not just like myself, but in the things that I create as well. So I pursued it as a hobby. I got my dad bought me my first camera because he saw that I was like good at it too. I did well in the class because it's like later on it just didn't feel like it was work. It was just for fun. And then I actually, the fact that I got graded for it, always got A's. And yeah, she was the first teacher I actually bonded with, because you hear all these, like, all my classmates, they're just like, yeah, everyone has like those few teachers, like that's like their best friends. And I'm like, I never really had that until then. And I'm like, wow, she's great.
Yeah.
And you know,
I think it's funny that we're both going straight to like a teacher.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, teachers are super underrepresented in terms of just like their pay and stuff, and they just have lasting effects on people's lives. Like, props to you teachers out there. Like, you guys are doing a good thing. So,
yeah,
maybe that's why I might become a teacher one day. We'll see.
Yes, love.
Yeah.
And I'll be the wife of a teacher.
You're the principal.
Oh no, I do not want that. No thanks.
All right, well, fine.
No, thank you. But yeah, so thank you, Miss Clark, for all of that. Because without that, like, that's the other part of the question. What if you had just gone home?
Right.
Like, what if I didn't take? What if I had done a different elective that wasn't photography?
Well, I just think like high school was like such a. I probably would have done drama as like my elective,
Yeah.
but like my extracurricular, because I feel like to get into colleges you have to do some sort of extracurricular, right? It probably would have been something like speech and debate.
Well, especially if you're doing trying to go to a 4-year.
Or I would have been like part of like chess club or like some weird ass shit like that. Like, I don't know, like I probably would have volunteered outside of school, and that's like my extracurricular, you know.
I probably would have done that too. I think I maybe I would have taken my internship more seriously, my journalism internship. But I can't even remember the other elective options that were there.
I took drama all 4 years, baby.
I'm just like, I'm not a very active person, and I didn't know I have asthma then. So I don't think I would have done any sport. But maybe I would have done tennis. You know, maybe that would have helped my lungs a bit better.
For sure.
I probably would have done that, maybe. Out of all the sports that were offered at my school, probably that.
Wow, and I'm just like reminiscing. Because like, I went from someone that like just wanted to take drama for like a simple grade.
Yeah.
To like all the way, like 4 years later, I'm like the drama club president.
Yeah.
That's wild.
That's crazy. Yeah, like I people thought photography was like an easy A. There was definitely those people that was just like, okay, I'm just gonna follow the prompts, take the pictures, write my paragraphs that go along with it. That's it. Just do the assignments. For me, it was like, no, I'm taking it seriously because I want to look back on these and see how much I've grown. And as I improved upon it, there are people in my life who, wanted me to take their maternity photos or their like anniversary photos and some other stuff too. But like they trusted me with that and I was good at it. And I kind of wish I pursued more with it, but that's also another what if, but it's okay. I'm happy with where I'm at right now.
Can always be something on the back burner. You never know.
I know. But
Is it me now?
yeah, it's yay.
1, 4, 5.
4.
Okay. Everybody in the world is offered this like free procedure. There's like this new technology.
Okay. I'll get a dick. Wait, what?
No.
Oh, okay, sorry.
The technology is your body doesn't really produce waste anymore, so you don't have to ever poop again.
Oh. Okay.
You still have to pee,
Okay.
but you never have to poop ever again. Like, you eat food, it digests, and like, I don't know, let's just say like there's tech that like teleports it.
What if you just burp it out instead?
No, you don't. No, that would be even worse. Let's just say like your body just processes the waste, but like in like a very free like. It's never gonna happen.
Yeah, you don't need to poop.
You don't need to poop, and there's
Got
no
it.
negative health effects. Just life just goes on as normal. You can still eat. Your diet's the same.
Yeah.
It's just you never have the urge to poop
Just
ever
pee.
again, and it's free.
Oh, okay.
You still have to pee. You pee at the normal frequency whenever you're hydrated and shit.
Normally, got it. Okay.
But you just never have to poop again. Do you take this procedure?
I'm taking it. I'm doing it mainly because when I go out on my own me dates, I like to take myself out on a date. Been doing that more frequently. For some reason, when I do that, I could be walking around Target and I'm just like, oh fuck, I gotta poop. I got to take a shit, and it's just like that. I either have to just suck it up and go to the bathroom, like to the public restroom, or it's like, I'm like, oh no, it's like it's really bad. I gotta cut it. I got cut off this me day short and just go home. And I always hate that. And just like needing to take a shit and you're driving, it sucks. I hate it. I hate that feeling. I don't want to do it anymore. I'll take it.
Mal, how many wonders of the world are there?
7?
7. Stuff like
I think they're like adding more now.
there's like the Taj Mahal,
Mm-hmm.
like the
Like
Great
Eiffel
Redeemer
Tower?
in Brazil, the Eiffel Tower,
Okay. The pyramids. in
the
Egypt.
pyramids.
What is this? Why are you asking this?
One of the universal wonders of the world is a good shit.
Oh. So you're not taking the
I'm not.
procedure.
I am. No way.
I'm thinking I'm just like, I can
Taking
save
this
so
procedure.
much time.
No. That is the point.
Hey, that was my answer. You're okay with yours.
You sit on the toilet,
Yeah.
your porcelain throne,
Okay.
and in this moment of just like pain and tension and just like build up in your body, you have the power to relieve all of that
Okay.
over the course of 20 seconds to 20 minutes.
Okay, well, that's probably because that's the only time where you have to deal with it. For me, I got periods too. I don't want to... Pooping during my period sucks. If I only have to deal with the period, I don't have to deal with the shit.
Life is full of struggles.
Okay. I already got enough struggles.
And
If I can get rid of pooping, I want to get rid of it.
And just overcoming that solution of just like,
What if you start bleeding out of your penis?
where are you going with this?
I just already don't want to deal with all that stuff with pooping anymore. Like, if I still got to deal with periods, I don't want to poop.
I don't get to poop. I don't get to use a bidet.
You can use a bidet if you want. That your ass is still gonna get stinky no matter what.
That's true.
Yeah, it's gonna smell no matter what. It
That's
gets
true.
swamp ass.
That's
Whether you pooped or not.
But also, I like pooping because
Mm.
then I get to reminisce on the meal that I had 24 hours, 48 hours prior.
Oh, there's the corn cheese.
There's the
from
corn cheese,
KBBQ.
exactly. or like last month when I was like, Mahal, there's so many fucking peas in my poop right now. They're floating in my.
Like, did you eat the whole fucking bag? Like,
I'm like, I had a substantial amount. Yeah. Guys, like, it, like, remember in the movie Shortcoming when it was just like the girl, like the period toilet peas and like the collage.
oh my god, what was it called? Epistemology.
Yes. Like, I'm like a few universes away from being that sort of like artsy student that's just like a whole collage of my poops every day of the year.
Yeah.
And
So
I just photograph it.
yeah. So if you haven't seen the movie Shortcomings, well, first of all, go see it because it's actually pretty nice. It's really good. There's like a little spoiler, but there is a character who
She's just like an art person.
Yeah, she is very creative and but she takes pictures of
the toilet bowl
the
after
toilet
she pees.
every time she pees. So there are pictures where it's like super red because it's her period.
Yeah.
And she calls the art piece epistemology.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah.
So,
So it's like
I would do that.
but with your shit.
Yeah.
So what would you call it? You'll get back to it.
Here's the scoop.
Here's the scoop. You're gonna be scooping out your shit? What's going on?
No.
But I think
Royal flush.
Okay, sure. Nice. I don't know if I want to look at it.
It's like a scrapbook, dude. It's just like your memories.
Okay.
You know. Anyway.
That's a deal breaker.
That's it.
Like.
Next question. We're moving on.
Can you imagine? You're on a date. It's just like, hey, you want to see something cool? It's like, yeah. I'm like, what? And it's like, so, you know, us humans, we shit.
Everybody poops.
Everybody poops. Oh, yeah. Everybody poops. So it's like, you want to see a scrapbook of all my poops? It's like, oh, no. That's it. Date's over. So my next question, what if we were able to relive our first date together? Is there anything that you would change?
No, I wouldn't change a thing.
You wouldn't change a thing?
I thought it was great.
Yeah?
Yeah.
But would you want to relive it?
No.
No?
No.
You don't want to relive our first date? What if it's like we could relive our first date and then we can come back to where we are now?
Sure, if we could be like a couple that was like on a date
And we're just watching ourselves?
and we're seeing ourselves, that'd be sure. That's valid. That's kind of cool. That's actually kind of cute. That's actually kind of sad.
Wait, why? Hey, that's my water. You finished yours?
Like no, that's like a fucking like about time type of thing, dude. We're like,
Oh, you remember about time?
we're like you and me are just like, that's a movie thing. We're like, I don't know. One person's like, do you want to go back? They're like, sure.
Sure.
And then they like,
sure.
or like some like crazy movie type of shit. Like I don't know.
Oh man, that's so good.
Yeah, I would watch, but that's sad. But no, I think it was I wouldn't want to relive it because it was too core of a memory that like I don't want to tarnish it with my opinion of it now. You know. Like
because we really hold it in like high regards right now.
Right, yeah. I'll never forget that day. It was great.
It was pretty smooth. But, like, I'm just very happy we have a picture together, and that was the first date too. Like, do you remember how I did that?
Do we have a picture outside the?
No, that was our only picture. Like outside of Yellow.
Do we have a picture of that?
No, it's just from like when we were watching the sunset.
Right.
I'm just very happy.
Sorry, go ahead.
Like I'm recording, like, cause I think I was like doing vlogs or whatever.
Right.
And.
But what I do remember is that we did find that one Polaroid on the ground that was not
it's
good
not
quality.
ours. But like it was so underexposed, just black.
Right. Man, I think we left it on the ground.
We did, because I'm like, why would I want to keep this? I would rather have a picture of ourselves.
Right.
And I'm already thinking that, and this is just our first date.
Right.
And I'm like, no, I just want a picture of like us, and we do have a picture from our first date, and like, little did we know that was it. We're set. I don't know. know. I think if we could like watch from a distance,
That'd be cute.
that'd be kind of cool.
Because we would be like, oh wow, we haven't changed.
Yeah.
Or we have changed because we're like,
We're adjusted to each other.
yeah.
We know our quirks, our flaws.
They're like, rookie move. You sat to the left of her. You need to know she's left-handed. You need to sit to the right of her.
Hey, it was fine if that
Yeah.
was the case. But now that we sit side by side a lot,
Right.
as soon as I'm like sitting here and I'm eating and you're on my left side, I'm just like, God damn it, we fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
But
We had that a while. We had that like last week when we were at Korean barbecue. That's what happened.
Yeah, you.
Yeah.
I don't like when we're in booths. I don't like sitting closer to the wall or a window if that's the case
Right.
at a booth. So I always make him go in first. But because of that, he was on my left
Yeah.
side and I'm eating and I'm just like, oh.
I also like being able to face the entrance of the establishment. So that's
Yeah.
like because something primal in me is just like I need to guard. So. Anyway.
Yeah, I'll just watch from a distance.
Mhm.
It's like, yeah, okay. Good answer, love.
Thanks.
Your turn.
1 or 5.
One. Oh no. Boop. Hey.
Well, I'm letting the boys know they're pinging me for games.
Guys, we're recording a podcast. Stop pinging him to play games. We're busy. Hey.
Okay.
1.
1.
Yes.
If you were born, or if your siblings were never born,
No, I'm not doing that.
how would life be different? If you were a single child, and after you were born, Bianca or Nika were never born.
Like, my parents were just like, all right, you're too much. 1 is enough. He brought this question up earlier as one of his choices, and I cried. Because I don't like... I'm going to cry again. I don't like the idea of not having my sisters. Honestly, I'd probably be pretty spoiled.
Yeah.
Because my parent, like... I know there's always that, like, stereotype where... only children, they're like spoiled because they got both of the parents' attention or whatever. I probably would fall under that stereotype though.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I don't know. My parents will probably still be the same in how they raised me because like it took them 4 years before they decided to have my sister.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like maybe 70% of my traits that I have now would still be the same. But there's a whole lot of other things that could be different. I don't know. What would you be like?
I think I'd be totally different.
I think I'd be miserable. I feel I'd be lonely.
There's a lot of single children out there that are completely fine. You would have found a friend group.
Yeah, I would definitely be with friends more. I probably would have been more of an extrovert growing up.
Yeah.
A lot more. Because since growing up with my sisters, I already have I had my best friends
Mm-hmm.
growing up. Like, by blood. So I was lucky there. But I definitely would have done more at school.
Right.
To be more involved so I could not feel lonely.
Yeah, I mean, I'm very thankful for both of my siblings for rubbing off certain parts of their lives onto me
Mm-hmm.
and sort of like helping mold me into who I am. Like, I think my brother, he introduced me to video games. He introduced me to like sports and like just general like masculine type stuff. But he left early because he was Navy and all that, and didn't see him around much after I was like 5 years old for a while. But yeah, him to helping me develop my love for video games is definitely like a big one. Now, and then my sister, she definitely helped mold a lot of parts of like my personality in regards to like my early music tastes. She helped me make my freaking like MySpace
Nice.
and like other sites like for people that are my age, like stuff like Zanga and Friendster and
And I did not have any of this.
I had that shit and I was like 8. you know, and but definitely MySpace was like the big one. You know, she had got me into like pop punk, and like she helped me like straighten my hair for the first time, and like take all these like edgy emo profile pics. It was crazy. And just kind of having like a punk mentality to a lot of stuff because she was still in that like aesthetics when I was a little kid growing up, and for that I am forever thankful because
that helped shape who you are.
Yeah. And then she also, yeah, I mean that's like the big thing there.
Yeah.
But then also, I feel like if I was a single only child, you carry the burden of being the firstborn.
Yeah.
Right. You have that. I didn't have that because
I already have that. Yes.
Guys, right? Because my siblings carried the weight and the stress of being a first-time parent.
And then everything that they had struggled through, like all of that worry,
they bestow that knowledge onto the younger.
Yeah.
And I was part of that. You know, I got a lot of knowledge from them on how to like do stuff because they had already figured it out because they're so much more older than me.
Yeah, I didn't.
So.
I wouldn't. If I was an only child, I wouldn't have that opportunity because, like, if I really think about it, I said 70%, but now I'm realizing, I think it's switched, because a lot of who I am is mainly because of how I grew up with my sisters. So now I think it's like 30% of, like 70% of it would be gone because I wouldn't have my sisters. Wow, that's upsetting.
Yeah.
Because I like my loving nature. My like
protective nature.
My protective nature, like all of that would. I feel like I would just care about myself. You know. I don't know. I feel like I would be a lot closer to my parents, maybe.
Or maybe.
Or even worse.
You hate them so much because they're
always on me.
There's no other way to offload that stress.
I feel like there wouldn't be an in between. It will be like I either really really love you or I either really hate you because. Yeah. A lot of what I am is because of my sisters, and it makes me sad.
Yeah,
they'd be gone.
For those of you that are listening, I don't know, take some time to like message your sisters and like tell them that like
your siblings
and
your loved ones.
Tell them that you like miss them. Maybe like you want to like hang out sometime or FaceTime for a bit if they're across the country. I don't know. Family is a good one, and I'm very thankful that my siblings were around to help me survive my youth.
Yeah, so. I still live with my sisters, so
yeah,
I know the moment they move out, it's gonna be rough.
I'm staying here forever.
I'm never leaving. Oh my god, it's like you're moving in here. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Me leaving? You're crazy. I can't leave my sisters and Mushu.
True. You're taking Mushu. All right, one more question each, y'all.
Yep. Okay, so mine is like kind of like silly. What if you could rewind time, but the amount of time you rewind is the amount you lose from your life? So I kind of got this from like Adomics YouTube video from a while ago, and I remembered it. But like, what if like you did something and you realized, oh shit, I shouldn't have done that, or you had broken something that was like your favorite mug or whatever.
Yeah, that would be like the only thing, bro. At most, you would probably lose like
a
few days.
There's probably gonna be you never know. There's probably going to be times that like it's like, oh, that whole day just sucked. So because you rewind time and you basically started over, I mean, you lose a day of your life because you went back.
That's a crazy drawback. My go-to, like, what superpower do you want? Mine's to always freeze time or to rewind time. I love the character Hero from season 1 of Heroes. Love that like aesthetic and all that. But yeah, I mean, again, aside from using it for like wealth gain, I mean, losing time is always fucking sucky.
But when you actually have control over it, you're like, oh, do I do that?
Right.
It's like I could have done that whole day better. But this whole week could have been better, or you.
But then also the more time that you get away from it. So like, let's say like you want to relive like our first kiss. But like, let's go back to that time. Okay, we kissed like 5 minutes ago. Of course, I want to rewind 5 minutes back.
Yeah.
But if you wanted to relive that first kiss now, we'd have to rewind like almost 2 years
Yes.
to get to that point.
Yes.
And I'm going to lose 2 years of my life just to relive a first kiss? Fuck that.
Yeah.
So it's all going to be stuff that's going to be recent.
Yes.
So yeah, it'd be stuff if I like broke something, or if I...
or if it's like I have a conversation that I'm like, I really can't get out of my mind because I should have said this.
Right.
Or I shouldn't have reacted that way. It's like I would be thinking about that for who knows how long.
Mhm.
And it's like, why don't I not think about that and just fix that? You know? But it's not like you can come back to the present. Once you go back, you're there. And then you keep on going. But it's like, what if you just kept the notebook? Can you imagine?
Yeah.
It's just like, how many times have I done it already? And you think, it's like right now we could say, oh, I don't think I would do it as much. But you look back, you already have a whole page filled. You're just like, oh shit, why did I do that? And you actually write down the reason why you went back.
True.
It's like, oh, broke my favorite mug. It's like, oh, I stepped on Mushu. That made me feel bad.
He looked at me really bad with his boba eyes.
Yeah,
I felt so bad.
It was terrible. Or, oh my god, what if you, like... if I could not have my car accident... Like, can you imagine?
That
Like,
wasn't that bad,
no,
bro.
I know, but like, I felt like
Oh.
shit, and that's never happened. But like, what if it happened, and it's like the end of the day from when it happened. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go back and stay at work for a little bit.
Damn, you're going to wait that long?
Huh?
You're going to wait till the end of the day to pull that move?
No, because like, you
The
know,
moment I get in a car accident, I'm like...
that's it. Rewind. No, maybe because like I feel like knowing me, I would probably like, it's like, should I do it? I don't know. It's not that bad. No, I kind of feel like shit. But because of that means more time
Right.
would be taken out of it. I'm just like, fuck, I should have done earlier because I could have saved 2 hours of my life. Can you imagine that kind of thinking?
Yeah, for sure.
But imagine all the money I would have saved in damages.
And just stress. You were stressed out. Dude, sometimes I think about whenever I'm like on the phone with you, and I hate it because it's happened, because when you got into your car accident,
Yes, we were on the phone.
You screamed.
I did.
You screamed really, really loud, and my
Did I
stomach...
scream or gasp? Either one. I don't know. Some of it's blocked.
I have blocked it out. There's too much trauma there.
Yeah, I mean, no one
But-
got hurt.
Right.
Just my car.
Yeah. But like, I just have like this... I love talking to you on your drives home or when I'm driving home.
Yes.
But at the same time, I don't want you to be driving. I'm on the phone with you, and then it just like cuts out because you get into like a life-ending accident.
Yes, love.
Especially if we're on FaceTime and I like see it fucking happen right in front of me. Like that
Yeah.
would be...
We don't FaceTime as often now.
We don't,
on our
but
drives.
It's only when we're stationary.
Yeah.
But that would be devastating, dude.
Yes, love.
And like, I don't know. Since when you got into the car accident, I just like get a little... I'm
Ever
always-
since then, I've been a lot more careful, more aware
Yeah.
than I normally am.
Mhm.
But yes, love.
Yes.
I know.
Right. Yo, thanks for hanging out with us. We got one last question here.
Yeah.
Hopefully you have been answering these questions along with us. Let us know if you've had any interesting answers or
Yep.
sort of breakthroughs or
What would you do differently?
moments of pause. Like,
Would
let us
you?
know what you have been answering.
Would you
So,
rewind time?
would you stop pooping?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Last one here. Hypothetical.
Okay.
You have all the materials, labor, time, and land to build anything you want. What do you build
Oh man.
for yourself?
For myself, well, there was this Phineas and Ferb episode where they built this really tall tower and each level was filled with different shit. I probably built that. It's like there was like a castle level. There was like this big ass ball pit. There was like a candy factory or something like that. I would do that. It probably wouldn't be up to code.
It's not OSHA certified.
I would do that, but they were able to do it. It's Phineas and Ferb.
So you're really gonna spend all that time to build a tower?
Yeah, it's got everything.
I thought you have a...
I'll show you the episode. It's pretty cool.
I thought you were gonna say like a house.
Oh, that could be where we live.
Okay, well,
Oh, okay, so that's my silly answer. If you want a proper serious answer, yeah, I'll build our forever home, I guess.
It doesn't even have to be like a house. It could be like whatever you want. It doesn't even have to serve you. It could just be for like the world to enjoy.
Oh, no, I'd probably be kind of selfish. Because it's like
Yeah.
if I could build it, like we have all the resources. Do I owe any money?
No.
Like I don't have to kill anyone or anything.
Mm-mm.
No debts. What thing could you even build to provide for the world?
Like a park, like a nature park,
We got so many of that.
or like an amusement park,
We have a lot of that. Why would I use my stuff?
or like a theater house. a
Nah,
theater.
I'm making our forever home. If that's my serious answer. My fun answer is one of Phineas and Ferb's creations in like the early seasons.
Okay.
But serious answer, I'd probably just build our forever home. I would, because I really want like a nice backyard and everything. I don't know how doable that is now,
Yeah.
nowadays, but a girl can dream, right? Big land. That'd be cool. How about you?
I would build like a giant. Well,
Dildo.
I hate this
Oh,
because
what?
like, I hate this because redwoods are such a precious tree.
Yes.
But I want to make like a giant like redwood adult tree house where like it doubles not only as a home on the upper levels, but it's also like a restaurant, plant shop, a theater, a coffee shop.
Is this all for you or just for everybody?
It's for me because I want to,
Oh, okay.
because like I'm running that business.
But like that's. But is it for your own personal thing, or are you actually servicing it for others? People can visit.
Yeah, like people can visit. It's business. People have to. People,
okay.
People have to visit,
I thought it was just gonna
but
be
no drive-throughs. Sit down only.
Make a reservation
Exactly.
on Yelp. Okay.
That, or if I want to make it more simple, I would build like a restaurant.
See, that's fine. Why are you making fun of my Phineas and Ferb tower?
Because I'm just thinking about like just like a square, like a.
No, I should show you. It starts off as a regular playground, but they press a button and it grows to the sky. There's like all these slides and everything. There's like I don't know. I think there's like a fast food restaurant in between. I don't know. I gotta watch it again. But like it was like in the episode, Candace was asking the boys like to make something really amazing because like one of their neighbors is saying that like, oh, her brothers are the best and they can invent anything. And Candace, she gets all prideful. It's like, actually my brothers are so much better. And so she actually asked them to make something great. But all she sees is the playground, and her brother, the neighbor's brothers, they make this like even bigger playground, but like, and it's got a licorice dispenser.
It's dope.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. But all Candace sees is like the tiny baby playground, and she was disappointed in Phineas and Ferb. But if she had waited later, they pressed a button, it would be this huge tower, like 30 floors of all this cool ass shit.
Dope.
But then they were still sad that they didn't add a licorice dispenser. Like, that was a very smart idea. Yeah.
I would also build a one-to-one scale replica of Hogwarts and Hogsmeade.
For you to put on display in our house, or like what?
For,
wait.
For people to just explore out.
That isn't
It doesn't serve
Universal Studios.
me. That is not one-to-one scale at all.
Yeah, you're right. They have it. It's like more shrunk down.
Like, not even Hogsmeade is one-to-one scale.
Where are we
no
putting
way.
it?
Great Britain.
Oh, you're putting over there?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be Scotland though?
I don't know where it's at.
In Scotland.
Oh,
I think Hogwarts is in Scotland. And I mean, Hogsmeade is within. You can walk over there, so.
Okay.
I mean, same.
But then that would just open up so much vandalism
Yeah, I feel like a lot of things would be ruined
real quick, so never mind.
real quick. But if vandalism didn't exist, we'd do it in a heartbeat.
Exactly. Exactly.
If people were actually respectful of nature and history. And Harry Potter.
All right. All right, y'all.
That's it.
That is it for our cool little discussion of what ifs and hypotheticals.
I love playing hypotheticals. It's great.
If you got any hypotheticals for us, let us know. We might do another part 2 or part 3 of this.
I would like to do another one of this. It's
This shit's fun. Hopefully
It's
y'all
what we do
enjoyed
normally.
listening to us while you were on your commute, or while you're doing chores, or while you're,
While you're working.
or
Get back
when
to
we're on
work.
your second monitor or whatever. So thanks for spending some time with us, y'all. I hope you all have a great rest of your week.
See you not next week, but next week.
Next week.
Next week. Thank you so much. Follow us on our social media on TikTok and Instagram at Bahala Ka Pod. Thank you so much. Bye.
Peace out.
Peace.